Hi everybody, it's me, Jessica Lahorn. You're watching the Love of Colorado Drag series. So I know I'm a few videos behind. I have been processing a lot of negative energy that has been going on this week, and so I don't feel like it's appropriate to put these videos out when there's not the best mindset. I want it to be a clear and fun mindset, so I'm sorry I'm behind. But I want to keep continuing with it, so I'm going to do 3 today, so you'll see 2 more later. I just want to remind people that this is to promote love and acceptance, and Colorado Drag is finally shifting to this aspect of all drag is valid and inclusion and just supporting people and going out and showing love at shows. And I'm ready to fight anybody that is going to ensue negativity onto this scene and confront it. So know that that is the thing that's changing. To get that out of the way, remember that I talk about first impressions, I talk about favorite memories, looks, I talk about my history with them, what I think of them in the drag scene, stuff like that. All positive, meant with the best intention. Video could be 1 minute to 20 minutes long. It could be someone that's in the industry for a long time, someone that just got into it, somebody that has performed a couple times, a lot of times, we work together barely, I just see them on social media, whatever. So, let's jump into it. So this is Love for Colorado Drag number 22, and I want to talk about the mother, the baddest bish I know, Mia StaxXx. Okay, so let's just talk about Mia StaxXx. My first impression of Mia StaxXx was years ago, and it's very intimidating. I remember watching the StaxXx family as a whole, who is a very tight-knit drag family that I think encompasses a lot of what other drag people want to acquire in a drag family. So I'm going to talk about the family, just first impression of the family, then move into Mia really quick. So the first impression with the family is like, holy shit. Like, when I was starting drag 5 years ago, 4 years ago, in that kind of time frame, not that they're not now, but things have shifted with the StaxXx family, with where they're working and how they interact and stuff like that, but they are always tight-knit and always sisters. They are always there for each other. They are their ride or dies for most of them, and a lot of that is still evident. But during that time, being a StaxXx was like the thing. Everybody wanted to be a StaxXx. There's so much individuality now that I'm not saying that they're not desired. I just have to put that out there. But it's just the mindset has changed. The StaxXx family was the family, the dancing family. They had group numbers, they always had each other, they were supporting each other in Ultimate Queen, other competitions with gigs. If you went to a StaxXx gig, you knew you were going to get one hell of a lit show. Okay? And that's still how it is. When they do the StaxXx, when Mia hosts Lit, when you have somebody, a StaxXx, and everybody gets to support, or a lot of the StaxXx group are in that family, holy shit, you better be ready for like an incredible show, a little bit of a lit night, and just no worries, having a good time. That's what you should expect. So there's a lot of intimidation when I was going into the drag scene. Everybody wanted to be them. It was a lot of like scariness, because as a new entertainer, you're like, holy shit, like, I just want to be on the good side. It's going to be a good time. I got to meet the StaxXx individually later on, and I'm going to talk about them in other videos. But from there, I got to work with Mia StaxXx a little bit more, and we never had the best starting off good relationship, but it progressed a lot. I remember having like little bit of like conversations here and there at shows with Mia, or like always telling her that I loved her, like her dancing and her attitude. You will find that Mia StaxXx is probably one of 2, maybe 3, and I'm not going to say the other ones right now, maybe 2 or 3 that I think are the best high energy entertainers. She is the best stunt queen, dancing queen, pop-in queen. She can knock out a number. She can vogue. She can flip. She can split. She can jump. She can death drop. She can do everything. And I've not seen a performance where Mia StaxXx has not had the crowd raging and roaring over her. So let's flash forward a little bit. When I started getting into the Pride scene, I got to know a little bit more about Mia StaxXx. We had more interactions, and I just got to watch her from afar for a long time. Where things finally clicked, we had done, I think this was my 3rd Drag Nation. No, this is my 2nd Drag Nation ever, like 3 years ago. And it was like beach themed, sailor themed. It was the one right after Pride in July. And I remember her and I had a really great conversation at Drag Nation rehearsal prior to that. But it was over her like my Pride debut, her performance. She did Nicki Minaj, The Night Is Still Young, and I remember not even being able to look away from her. And as soon as I came backstage, I had to tell her I thought her song was so cute. I thought that her dance was so cute. Her attitude when she does Nicki Minaj is probably the best Nicki Minaj impersonator in Colorado. She has the eyes, she has the movement, she has the lips, she has the attitude and the confidence that I look up to and aspire to have. Mia Stax has been one of those performers I've looked from afar, and I wish I could get to that level, and I try really hard. Mia Stax is also one of maybe 10 to 20 drag queens that are consistently gave me positive feedback from when I started drag. Not from when I started, from when we started interacting to now. Mia Stax is always building my confidence. Is she somebody that I can constantly text and have a conversation with, that I can joke with publicly, that I can joke with in real life, because it took a while to develop that relationship naturally, and I value that so much. So I remember that first performance. That's probably my favorite performance that I've ever seen her do. Seen her do. Was The Night Is Still Young by Nicki Minaj. The second performance is the one where she's like, "Why you mad? 'Cause my pussy popped severely and yours don't." My pussy pop, my pussy pop. It's just, Mia Stax is such an original personality and such an original charismatic attitude that when she does stuff like that, it's not her. Like, if I were to do something like that, people would be like, "This bitch is stupid. Like, why is she doing this?" It just fits Mia Stax's personality so much. Mia Stax is this perfect combination of being a little bit of extra, because she's a little bit of extra, and just so personable and so genuine at the same time. Mia Stax is somebody that I will always have their back, that I will always book, that I will always have the most respect for. When I don't get to see Mia Stax for a good couple months, I get emotional seeing her because of how much she means to me. Because she is such a, when you get to know her, she is such a down-to-earth, she is such a genuine, and she is such a real human, such a real person. She's one of 4 people that I went through a really dark time, and she was there for me. I tried to take my life 3 years ago, 2.5 years ago. There was that time frame, and she was there the entire night with me. It's something that I will never forget, and something that I owe to her, because I would not be here in the same capacity without her. I would not have the strength without her and a couple other people that helped me get through that time. And I will always, always, always have her back. I can't fight very well, but I will always fight, and I will do whatever I can for her. Speaking of fighting, one of my favorite memories with Mia Stax is, it was a Drag Nation a couple months afterwards, and she was a little drunk, I was a little drunk, and she just started yelling at me, and it wasn't even malicious or anything like that. She was just like, "Bitch, what are you doing? Bitch, you gonna come out afterwards? Bitch, why are you just sitting there?" And she's like on the table like this, and we just started going back and forth, playing around with each other, and like harassing each other, and that friendship just developed from that very moment, to where I'll just go up to her randomly and be like, "Hey Mia, I gotta tell you something. You ain't shit. You're never gonna be shit. And if you ever think you're gonna be shit, you ain't gonna be shit. Your grandkids aren't gonna be shit." And she just laughs, because that's the relationship that we have. One of my other favorite memories, and I guess performance, but favorite memories, is I did a show where you had to sing live one number, and she came and she did a rap instead, a rap number, and everybody was going crazy. She can rap live, she does throwback numbers, she does numbers that a very select few people know, but everybody after that number wants to go look it up. Mia Stax is absolutely, hands down, one of my favorite entertainers in Colorado. And I know that can come from a biased personality, but I just love that. I love that her makeup is always on point and beautiful and stunning. I love that she's very vocal about her progression of drag. She does a lot of, like, when people tag her in throwback stuff, you just see how much she has grown. Another favorite memory of mine is I used to come down from Fort Collins to do her show Wednesday night at El Potreros a couple years ago. And the reason that I like tequila now is solely because of Miss Mia Stacks, because at the end of the show, we would all get a shot of tequila, and I'd be like, oh no, I don't like tequila, or I have to drive in like an hour, and she'd be like, bitch, you're gonna take that shot! And I was like, okay, I'm sorry! And now I like tequila, so I gotta be thankful for her for that. I feel like I have countless memories with her. She's somebody that when I see her out and about, or I see her in a dressing room, I feel good energy, and when I hug her, I just feel this genuine love and this actual just like appreciation and compassion that makes me filled with just like emotion. I don't know how else to describe it. Mia Stacks is always pulling out looks. She's always stunting. When she's given the opportunity, she can definitely go out of her box with makeup and creativity and stuff like that. And I love that she has the ability to do that. Mia Stacks and me, this is another funny memory. We have an agreement, because she's the mother of the House of Stacks, it trickled down to all the Stacks. I always said, she always like, I'm gonna beat your ass, bitch, I'm gonna beat it. And I'm like, okay, well, this is how I think it should be fair, Mia. I think that because I have no ability to fight whatsoever, and I'm not very strong, and I'm not very aggressive, that if I come for you and you want to fight me, I think it's only fair that I get 2 free hits before you fight back, and I think that should count for the whole Stacks family. And lo and behold, written into law in stone, that is exactly what happened. So with her and all the Stacks family as a running joke, if we ever throw shade or do something and we want to fight, me and grandfathered in as Lola also, we get 2 free hits, and then whatever happens to us happens, because we're not going to make it too far. We always joke about being like, oh, I'm going to carry shooters of tequila so I can throw them and you can chase them. And it's just, she's one of those genuine good Judy sister friends. Brandon is one of those people that I feel like I could actually call or text at any point in time, and she would have my back in an instance, and I love her for that. Mia Stacks is, I feel like I can keep going. Mia Stacks has the ability. She's one of 7 people, 7 or 8, I have so many categories, y'all think I'm joking, one of maybe 7 people, maybe 8 people that I could see running this town even more, traveling constantly, being on Drag Race, or making this a career, a full-time success. Because she has the attitude, she has the humbleness and the ability to be aware of what she's doing in other surroundings. She is talented. She needs a few, like, sewing, hair kind of skill set things, but she has the ability because of her charisma, her uniqueness, and her talent, and she has so much fucking nerve. And I know that's a cliche to say, but hands down, one of 8 people I think would be so fucking successful if she wanted to settle down, quit her job, and be a full-time drag entertainer. Because she has that drive, and people live for her. People come for her. Her fan base is crazy. Mia, I have the most respect. I'm still looking up to you. I'm still influenced by you whenever I see you perform. I'm thankful for everything that you've done for me and every opportunity you've provided me. And I don't get to say it enough publicly, but I love the shit out of you. Yeah, and I'm just going to stop it at that. Make sure that you show her some love. Put some pictures down below. I have other favorite memories, but they're not really appropriate to share right here. I can just say I got to party like a Stacks girl twice, and I regretted it both times because I can't keep up with the Stacks, and that's okay, but one day I'm going to do it. I love you, girl. Make sure to follow her on social media. Comment below your favorite memories, pictures, stuff like that, and we'll see you next time. Bye, everybody!